I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro. Step out. Can I move my phone? Step out.
And have a firearm pulled on him by the Omaha Police Department all in the same day. Imagine that.
Qasim Shabazz is shaken up.
Man, I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives.
Let him know. With this pullover, this was authorized. Think about that. Authorized to pull him over. That you ain't gonna never be bigger than us. That's what the cops send a message. I don't care what anybody say.
Terence Crawford's big night in Omaha took a sudden turn. Only a few hours after the city celebrated him with a parade and a huge party for beating Canelo Alvarez, he was pulled over by police late at night. Officers said he was driving a blue four-door car too fast when they stopped him at 1:27 a.m. The situation grew serious when police said they spotted a gun on the floor of the car and told everyone inside to step out while they aimed their weapons.
Seatbelt.
Step out.
I'm opening the door.
You can take
I'm
mine
opening the
off
door.
of me right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro.
Step out.
Can I move my phone? Step out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is all that serious? You actually reach for a gun? Is all that necessary? You serious?
Tim Bradley spoke about what happened during Terence Crawford's traffic stop and shared a view that many people saw as honest and eye-opening. Bradley said the events that night did not feel like a simple traffic issue, but more like a clear message directed at the champion. He believed Crawford's rising fame may have led some officials to show that no matter how successful someone becomes, the rules still apply to everyone. Bradley also pointed out how happy moments sometimes get cut short by sudden trouble, as if a great day cannot end without some kind of disruption. His comments connected with fans who felt the irony of Crawford's big celebration being replaced by flashing police lights and a tense situation on the street.
I mean, Terence Crawford, he on the highest cloud, bro. In his city, let him know. Let him know. With this pullover, this was authorized. Think about that. Authorized to pull him over. That you ain't gonna never be bigger than us. That's what the cops send a message. I don't care what anybody say. The cops send a message. This our city. You might got the key, but I got the handcuffs. That's what that was. Yeah. And before y'all start talking about my ceiling real quick, my roof, hey, it been raining and stuff. Hey, it's raining now. The clouds is out right now. You can see them in the background. I'm going to go watch the damn car in a little bit once this rain stops. But anyways, back to the video. Oh, man, look. You ain't got no city until you got the police. That's a fact. Yeah. Shoot, you ain't got no city unless you got the police. Don't ever forget that. You got to have the law enforcement on your side, man. They got to be looking out for you. For the good. Not for the bad, for the good. Yeah. Terence Crawford, it don't matter what you do for your city, man. Bruh, I'm letting you know right now, man. With this incident right here, they waiting on you to do something bad. This dude right here, he was trying to jack you. He was trying to catch you slipping. That's all it was. Seeing you on TV, displayed all on TV, parade shut down and stuff. He got to be, securing certain points and stuff like that. He mad. He mad to see you.
Crawford's security head shared a disturbing description of what happened during the stop. He said that from their point of view, the officers seemed tense and acted in a way that quickly made the situation worse and caused real fear, being told to step out of the car at gunpoint during what was meant to be a joyful weekend celebration made everyone with Crawford feel as if their lives were at risk. He remembered how the mood changed in moments from peaceful to dangerous, leaving a lasting impression. That he called one of the most troubling moments of his career. In his view, that night was not just a normal traffic stop, but a serious incident that no one there would ever forget.
Who was in the passenger seat, the same man who rode on the float with Bud during Saturday's parade.
To be a man who can get to receive his second key to the city and have a firearm pulled on him by the Omaha Police Department all in the same day. Imagine that.
Kasim Shabazz is shaken up.
Man, I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives.
Being the head of Terence Crawford's security, Shabazz has seen a lot, but nothing like this.
Oh man, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Early Sunday morning, Crawford and his team were leaving an after party following his parade. According to police, they pulled their vehicle over near 12th and Cass Streets for reckless driving. That's where things took a dark turn.
And as soon as he said he had a firearm, the police officer that was on his side became unhinged.
Police immediately drew their weapons, pointing a gun at Shabazz and the pound-for-pound champ.
I literally had my hands on top of the ceiling and inside of the vehicle.
According to police, an officer had identified a firearm on the floor of the vehicle.
Reports state that officers first pulled over Terence Crawford's vehicle because they believed he was driving recklessly during the stop. They said they noticed 2 firearms lying on the floor of the car, which increased attention and led them to order everyone out at gunpoint. Later checks showed that both firearms were legally registered and correctly licensed to their owners. Since no other violation was discovered, police gave Crawford a citation for reckless driving and allowed him to leave. Soon after, although the matter was officially settled, many people saw the event as meaningful beyond a simple traffic issue. Some critics argued that on the same day Crawford was being honored as a champion, local authorities aimed to show their power. For certain observers, the situation seemed less about keeping the roads safe and more about reinforcing control and authority within the city of Omaha.
With a parade, KETV Newswatch 7's Pete Cudahy spoke with Mayor John Ewing, who requested that the Omaha Police Department conduct an internal investigation. And Pete, what did the mayor have to say?
Yeah, Julie, Mayor Ewing says that after such a great day yesterday, he was heartbroken hearing about the news of the traffic stop. That's why he reached out to Police Chief Todd Schmaderer and Terence Crawford himself to find out what exactly happened at that traffic stop. Omaha police released a statement saying that a car driven by Terence Crawford was stopped for driving recklessly around 1:30 in the morning on Cass Street. An officer confirmed that while Crawford was reaching to grab his information, the cop spotted a gun by Crawford's feet.
Andre Ward, a well-known and respected name in boxing, brought a deeper view to the discussion by sharing how Crawford has often faced efforts to reduce the value of his success. Ward explained that before the Canelo fight, some critics tried to weaken Crawford's achievements by claiming he won mainly by decision instead of clear dominance. According to Ward, this kind of talk was meant to question his talent and shrink the importance of his victories. In Ward's opinion, the Omaha traffic stop was part of a bigger pattern where a champion keeps having to protect his name from people attempting to lower his status. He made it clear that no attempt to push Crawford down can remove his solid record or the respect he has earned inside the ring.
They tried to bury Terence Crawford. They tried to ruin his reputation and say that he wasn't a draw when the numbers were there for you to see. When he went to MSG against guys that didn't have big names, or that were faded, like Amir Khan, or when he fought Kaviaskis, he did numbers. It was a smear campaign about his personality. He doesn't talk. Nobody wants to hear him. No, that you don't want to hear him. So you try to speak for the masses when the whole time you have a star right here. You got to learn how to talk to this man. Even as recent as his last fight, the fight before Canelo, the smear campaign continued. I don't hear the smear campaign now. Them voices got really, really quiet like they typically do when they get proven wrong. And they either try to jump on the wagon. I knew this kid was going to be that. Or they get very, very quiet and they start to retreat back to wherever they came from. And they don't have a lot to say. So I'm happy for this brother for that reason, because they tried to bury him, Roy. It didn't work. He overcame that. He said, give me my shot. I'm going to show you. And he kept doing it time and time again, and he did it again against Canelo Alvarez Saturday night.
Some commentators believe that aside from the official explanation, there may have been deeper factors behind the incident. A few suggested that leaders in Omaha could have felt uncomfortable with the level of attention and influence Crawford now holds in the city. His journey from a hometown athlete to a world champion turned him into more than just a sports figure. He became a source of pride for the community. Certain analysts implied that the situation might have served as a reminder to him and to the public that long-standing institutions still have authority, this view connects the event to a wider pattern where fame often brings pressure, and people in the public are more likely to face moments that challenge them or attempt to reduce their impact.
Police officer wanted to send a statement because he doesn't like the rise of the Black Messiah. He don't like to see a black person in position of power. So he pulled Terence Crawford over for quote-unquote reckless driving. And as he approached the car, he decided to lie on his report because as he approached the car, he stated that he saw a firearm on the floor panel. Come to find out, Terence Crawford informed him as he approached the driver's side door where Terence Crawford was driving. And in the passenger side was Terence Crawford's head security guard. In the back was Coach Malachi. And a young lady was on the side of Coach Malachi in the back seat. And Terence Crawford has legal firearms, and of course his security has legal firearms. They informed the officer that they have legal firearms in the vehicle. He then brandished his firearm, pointed at Terence Crawford's face, and then got very aggressive as Terence Crawford got, and his security and everybody in the vehicle, Coach Malachi, got nervous because he started to show the actions and body language of somebody that wanted to do something completely left. And now in the police report that has been obtained by the community and released and leaked, he never puts about the reckless driving. He never puts speeding.
Amir Khan, the former world champion, shared strong support for Terence Crawford, saying that no matter what issues or debates appear, his achievements cannot be denied. Khan spoke highly of Crawford's talent and focus, and said he always believed Terence would show he is one of the top fighters in the sport. In his view, the recent situation in Omaha does not change the fact that Crawford is a reigning champion with a legacy that is already firmly built. He added that any effort to pressure Crawford or reduce the value of his success will not alter the truth about his greatness. For fans and supporters, Khan's words brought encouragement and strengthened the belief that real skill and hard work stand strong against criticism.
I knew that Crawford was going to win. You see, when I watched Crawford train back in Omaha, Nebraska, and when I was in Colorado Springs, he came into my camp. He helped me out a little bit, but at the same time, I seen him sparring some heavyweight guys. I seen him wrestling some heavy, big guys, and I thought, wow. So I asked him, I go, look, do you have like a wrestling background? He goes, yeah, we're like state champion. So that showed to me that this guy is a solid, strong person. Like, no one can push him around. No one can dictate. No one's going to put pressure on him where he's going to feel hurt, because he knows how to control the ring. When it comes to box IQ, like, his IQ in boxing is probably the best. I mean, he knows what punch to throw. He knows how to maneuver these heavier, big hitters and also take away their power and put his own shots in. So yeah, he's up there, one of the best ever, really.
You know, as an ex-fighter champion, I'm just curious. We heard yesterday Dana White says he's not going to acknowledge the WBC, IBF, WBO. He's going to have his own belt and the ring belt. And they want to potentially make changes to the Ali Act as well. This is a big thing here in America. How do you feel about, is it time to make these changes and evolve, or are you more old school and think they shouldn't happen?
Ariel, I think it's the time boxing needed to change a little bit. Right.
The difference between the official statement and the stories shared by those who were there led to a clear split in how people understood what happened that night. While the Omaha Police Department called it a simple stop for reckless driving, Crawford, head of security, described something far more alarming. He said the experience was frightening and claimed the officers behaved in a way that felt extreme and needlessly threatening. These opposite versions brought up concerns about honesty, accuracy, and responsibility. For many people, it was hard to accept the gap between the formal report and the direct accounts of those who believed they were placed in danger without cause.
The police report, but now we got information from Terence Crawford, his own team, and they're saying something completely different. If you listen, his head of security, Shabazz, said he was shaken up. He was like, I thought we were going to get popped by the cops that night. And crazy enough, he teaches classes on how to de-escalate and deal with police officers. So, you know, at least that's what they're saying his credentials are. So he knows how to de-escalate situations and still had a problem with Omaha PD. And the other thing that is different, he's saying that they didn't even know that he had a gun on him or there was no gun on the floorboard, which changes things. So I can't wait till we get down to the nitty gritty and the body cams and this and that, because now this shakes things up. This is no longer the story we were being fed from TMZ. This is something different. The TMZ article said the cops pulled him over for reckless driving, fair if he was doing it, and seen a gun. And in my video, I said, if those things are true, then yeah, the cop can take you out the car for everybody's safety, including their own.
City leaders quickly saw how strongly the public reacted and took steps to respond. Both the mayor of Omaha and the city police chief released statements promising a full review of the incident. They stressed that internal affairs would investigate to ensure openness and maintain community trust, while their words aimed to reassure people that the situation would be handled correctly. Many remained doubtful and felt the official account downplayed how serious the encounter had been, announcing in investigation was a key move, but for many the real measure would be whether actions followed through. Analysts and observers also view the episode as a lesson in the tensions that can arise when a single individual rises to prominence in an area usually controlled by established institutions.
Police department put out this statement. The mayor put out a statement as well. Really no meat to it, except like he's going to do an internal investigation. Everything else felt a little political. Okay, Omaha Mayor John Ewing and Police Chief Todd Schmaderer, are aware of a video circulating on social media regarding the traffic stop involving Terence Bud Crawford early Sunday morning. Chief has authorized an internal affairs investigation. Shortly before 1:30 a.m., officers working in the downtown area observed a vehicle driving recklessly near North 12th and Capitol Avenue. A traffic stop was conducted at Cass Street. So he's pulled over because they said he's driving recklessly. All right. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. I'm going to read that sentence to you again. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. That is important. For safety, all 4 occupants were ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. The driver was later identified as Mr. Crawford upon verification of his driver's license and was issued a citation for reckless driving. One passenger, a member of Mr. Crawford's security team, was also found to be carrying a legal firearm. Okay, so that's 2 guns in the car, legally. Police have confirmed that all occupants are legally permitted to carry firearms. A police supervisor and lieutenant responded to the scene at Mr. Crawford's request. So he requested a supervisor and lieutenant to show up. Blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Commentators suggested that people in power can sometimes feel threatened when others rise quickly, especially when that rise earns broad public admiration. Many saw the Omaha traffic stop as less about driving and more about a clash between individual achievement and established authority. This idea reflects a long-standing reality. Those who gain influence often face resistance from those already in control. Some public voices also raise concerns about bias, arguing that the stop might have been affected not just by law enforcement rules, but by deeper social factors. While most spoke carefully, they felt Crawford's experience pointed to a larger pattern where people are treated differently based on who they are rather than what they do. This perspective stirred strong reactions among his supporters, who saw the incident as unfair and needless. Overall, Crawford's experience opened a conversation about not only his treatment, but also how communities understand justice, fairness, and equity.
It's also incumbent for me to say that it will not be lost on a lot of people that Terence Crawford, being obviously a black man, being pulled over by cops in such fashion and treated in such a seemingly harsh way, will not go down well with a lot of people, especially in the black community, where, let's be honest, There has been tensions over the years between the police and the black community throughout many American towns and cities. So let's be honest, this incident will do nothing to improve relations between those two groups, that's for sure. Because make no mistake, this is an incident that could have gone very left. Very, very left. And someone could have got hurt, maybe even fatally hurt. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that, because we've seen in the past where incidents of this nature have ended up very badly. So yeah, there's a lot of people who are very upset by this incident. As I said, I've not heard anything from Terence Crawford or anyone related to Terence Crawford, anyone to do with his inner circle. I would imagine he'll be releasing a statement soon. There are some people online who are suggesting that Terence Crawford may have grounds to sue. There are others saying that he might not want to sue because Terence Crawford is a much loved member of the Omaha, Nebraska community, and he does a lot of work for the city, so he may not want to sue the city. However, it'll be interesting to see how this one gets resolved.
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned for more. Until next time.